Most people believe Sōsuke Aizen wanted power. That is the lie his story encourages. The comfortable explanation. If Aizen was simply ambitious, everything makes sense. The villains sought power. The heroes stopped him. Order was restored. But the truth is far more disturbing. Aizen's rebellion was never about power. It was about disgust. Long before the Hōgyoku, long before the war, Aizen uncovered a secret hidden from almost everyone. The Soul King was not a god, not a ruler, not even truly alive. He was a mutilated prisoner, a living corpse, an object used to stabilize reality itself. The universe was not governed. It was maintained by a victim. When Aizen discovered that truth, everything changed. Imagine dedicating your life to understanding existence, only to discover that its highest authority is a broken relic trapped in eternal imprisonment. To Aizen, this was not corruption. It was humiliation. The throne was fraudulent. Reality itself was fraudulent. Most people would accept such a system, adapt to it. Aizen refused. His greatest flaw was never arrogance. It was refusal. A refusal to kneel. A refusal to serve a system he considered fundamentally obscene. That is what separates him from ordinary villains. He did not seek to destroy heaven because he envied it. He sought to destroy it because he no longer respected it. His war was not driven by greed. It was driven by contempt. The terrifying irony is that many of Aizen's discoveries were later confirmed by Bleach itself. The system was corrupt. Its foundations were rotten. The rulers hid terrible truths. The sky really was broken. But knowing the truth did not save Aizen. It isolated him. Because once you see the machinery behind reality, you can never believe the illusion again. That was the beginning of his path. Not toward power, toward absolute loneliness. If Aizen's rebellion began with disgust, his isolation began much earlier. Long before the betrayals, long before the Hōgyoku, Aizen was alone. Not physically. Intellectually, the databooks describe him as possessing extraordinary intelligence and spiritual power from a very young age. Viewed psychologically, this reveals something far darker. Human beings understand themselves through other people. We compare. We relate. We mirror. Aizen lacked that connection. Every room contained people he could predict. Every conversation revealed motives he already understood. Every institution exposed flaws invisible to everyone else. Superiority stopped feeling like power. It became isolation. This is where Kyōka Suigetsu becomes important. Most people see complete hypnosis as a weapon. It is much more than that. A Zanpakuto reflects the soul. Kyōka Suigetsu manipulates perception itself. It ensures that nobody sees reality as it truly is. In many ways, neither did Aizen. His life became an exercise in distance. From allies, from enemies, from anyone who might truly know him. The greatest manipulator in Soul Society spent his life building walls because he could never experience genuine connection. He could control trust, but never feel it. He could manufacture loyalty, but never share it. Isolation became experimentation. Experimentation became obsession. Aizen no longer sought knowledge. He sought transcendence. The Hollow White was never just a weapon. It was a prototype. Aizen was testing the boundaries between Hollow and Soul Reaper, between life and death, between what existed and what could exist. That obsession eventually focused on Ichigo Kurosaki. Long before Ichigo understood himself, Aizen had already shaped the conditions that would create him. His lineage, his encounters, his battles. Ichigo was not simply a hero. He was a decades-long experiment. Aizen rarely forced outcomes. He engineered environments, created conditions, then allowed people to walk willingly toward the conclusions he desired. That is why his victories felt inevitable. He never attacked weakness directly. He allowed weakness to destroy itself. Pride, fear, love, attachment. Every emotion became a weapon. Because Aizen's true battlefield was never physical. It was perception. A war fought inside the human mind. And after mastering everyone around him, Aizen finally turned toward the one thing he believed could end his isolation forever. The Hōgyoku. The Hōgyoku is often described as a wish-granting artifact. That is only half the truth. It responds to desire. Not the desire we admit, the desire we hide from ourselves. For years, Aizen claimed to seek transcendence, to surpass soul reapers, hollows, even the Soul King. The Hōgyoku seemed to grant exactly that. His body evolved, again and again. Then the evolution stopped. Ichigo reached a terrifying conclusion. Perhaps Aizen never wanted godhood. Perhaps he wanted something painfully human, an equal, someone capable of understanding him. For centuries, Aizen stood above everyone else. Not because he wanted to, because nobody could reach him. Power defeated every enemy, but it never defeated loneliness. The man who rejected humanity was secretly searching for it. Ichigo became the answer to a question Aizen never admitted he was asking. Someone impossible to predict. Someone impossible to control. Then the illusion collapsed. Beneath the self-proclaimed god stood a profoundly lonely man. Then came Muken, the deepest prison, 20,000 years. Yet Aizen never apologized. He never abandoned the beliefs that began his rebellion. Because despite everything, he was not entirely wrong. The corruption existed. The lies existed. The false heaven existed. Ichigo saved the world. But he did not prove Aizen wrong. He simply stopped him. That is why Aizen endures. His methods failed. His conclusions survived. Even now, he remains the only man who looked directly at heaven and refused to kneel. Perhaps that is why his story still matters. Not because he was the strongest, but because he was lonely enough to challenge the sky. Ichigo saved the world, but Aizen was right about the sky.